ki MLA Congress ki badan Liang Pyrshah choko yendor bat hawan ke jala hak si balang ki Hiar Ïongkhuli ke jaka baga Assam kawan berweng jubor ki post elektrik nak tak chnong ke barang hab ke jala Meghalaya kita ki MLA bukan tup Dr. Mukul Sangma no yalam Liang Pyrshah ba Himalaya Shangpliang ba Mohindra Rapsang Miani Dishira ba uba Miral Bonds kumju uba Balajit Rani MDC kele ban ai masim ki ba no chnong jok te than ba kimdi satya ban shong ho jing siir hak juk apol la kantur sarkar ba de ban ai ka jinga dai ki ba habadon kanu ka huri hura hab keren chila patak khobor Dr. Mukul Sangma lo am jing le chung tangkat ki MLA Kongres Sekretari Jaka kalau mentip duduk tenrai halok jinjak ba jaka arpun elektrik unai tung ba ki pulit Assam kilawan berweng jubor ki pos elektrik wara pedang jing Pyrshah chok ba
It's been a privilege to also meet the local people here, the Gaubura and other residents, the senior citizens. We have heard them. We wanted to know from the ground zero as to what is happening. We must understand one thing, that in respect of any problem pertaining to the areas of difference along the Assam-Meghalaya border areas, there has been parameters discussed as to how to maintain order and not to create any kind of lawlessness in those areas. And based on those mutually agreed terms and conditions by both the states, Assam and Meghalaya, it was very clearly indicated that any areas wherever we have any reason to have any confusion or lack of clarity pertaining to anything, the two district administration must meet and resolve issues. When they cannot, then it will be taken up at the Chief Secretary level. Therefore, it will be only appropriate for both sides to always adhere to those terms and conditions which were mutually agreed to by both the government. That was done during the time when I had the last meeting to have those terms and conditions laid down properly so that we don't have repetition of unpleasant incidents which we witnessed in Liang in 2010. And today what is happening is that I think there is this lack of coordination amongst the counterparts. That should not happen because the authorities are responsible for ensuring peace and tranquility, peace and harmony. Any incident which triggers this kind of misunderstanding and resulting in any kind of lawlessness, you cannot sometimes, rule out as to how far it will go. You have seen in areas where small things, we have to ensure that problem, if emerging from any area, should be nipped in the bud. There shouldn't be any chance for any conflict to grow. Because at the end of the day, we want to ensure peace and tranquility. Therefore, today in course of our interaction, we have been able to know what exactly was happening. There is a need for the district administration from Ribhoy to engage with the counterpart to ensure that repetition of whatever has happened on the 26th of last month doesn't get repeated. And providing the kind of necessary security so that the sense of security prevail. Interstate border was demarcated by the Survey of India, based on the Northeastern Reorganization Act 1971. Therefore, this has to be discussed and arrived at in a manner which is acceptable to the people. And in order to justify the claim, in order to substantiate our claim over the areas which we are claiming as part of Meghalaya, today I must tell you that exhaustive exercise have been already made by the state government when I was the Chief Minister. Okay. And a very comprehensive documentation has been prepared in order to substantiate our claim over all those areas which we claim as part of Meghalaya, to justify that these parts which are falling within the areas of differences belong to Meghalaya. Okay, the whole documentation to justify our claim has already been prepared and submitted to Assam government, based on which we should discuss. And Assam has sought time to study those documentation. They have taken time. Now, the discussion when they sit and discuss, it should be on the basis of this documentation. Because these documentation are based on the claim over the land by our people. Okay. So they already have a ready-made documentation which should be able to guide both the governments. And I hope they will take cognizance of those material which is available with them and work on those. I'm sure they will have all the inputs. Meghalaya government will have enough material to justify our claim because that work has already been done. Okay. So I hope the interest of the state is protected, the interest of the people are protected, and any decision that is proposed to be arrived at is something which is acceptable.
What is your
to the
expectation, sir?
people.
As
Be available. The documentation which is submitted to them to justify our claim is my stand.